right, we are here at Sweetheart Kitchen. So it is a female-owned bakery. They do like all natural treats. So, you know, they're gluten-free, they're vegan, they have keto and vegan as well. I'm super excited to try them. I've actually never eaten here. I've never had any of their treats, which is crazy because I think they've been open for a couple of years. Let's go. Hi. All right, so we have a delicious spread of goodies here. What's really fun about Sweetheart Kitchen is that it's not just sweets, it's also savory things as well. So we have a pizza bun, which I'm super excited to dive into. Everything is vegan, gluten-free, and naturally sweetened. So this is a pumpkin pie. We also have a mini apple tart with a crumble on top. We also have our pumpkin donuts, which have a chocolate drizzle or a cinnamon sugar. And then we have our pumpkin linzer. Oh, lovely. And what is this, guys? Is it like a pecan?
Yeah, pumpkin pecan.
Oh, delicious. Amazing.
Which one are you thinking of diving into first?
I was going to go for the pizza bun first.
You're going to go savory then sweet?
Yeah. Who doesn't want to start their breakfast off with
pizza?
With a pizza. All right. Ooh, exciting. Oh, that's really good. Usually when I get gluten-free things, I feel like it's going to be a little grainy, but this is like light and fluffy. You don't get that normal grain that you get with gluten-free stuff, which is amazing. I mean, you guys know that I'm not like a gluten-free person because of that.
It tastes like, you know those pizza buns? Did you ever get those as a kid?
Oh, yes.
From like the grocery store?
Mm-hmm. We used
Those
to
were
have a
like my
bakery,
favorite thing.
I live in a predominantly Italian area, so Italian bakeries. They would make them just like on the shelves.
Oh, that's so much better than what my mom picked out for me. And she put it into our lunch, then we were like, oh, we got pizza for lunch.
I don't know if we had the same childhood, but that's like literally exactly what it was like.
Really?
Yeah, we used to think like, oh, it's like having pizza.
From pizza to pie? That seems like a natural progression, right?
So this is the pumpkin pie.
This pumpkin pie. My issue with a lot of pumpkin pies is that I feel like people add too much sweetness, but this is like a really nice balance of sweet and like earthiness from the pumpkin, from the gourd. I like that. All right, what's next? Donuts, obviously.
Oh, like naturally.
Duh. Okay, should I go for chocolate or cinnamon?
I mean, I think the chocolate looked pretty delicious.
Me too. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee, because I definitely haven't already had 2 of those today. All right, so this is our little pumpkin donut. Oh, that's a lot more moist than I was expecting, like in a good way. Did you ever like dip things in your coffee when you were younger?
Oh yeah, cookies, all of that.
My Omi in Germany would make these like little cookies, and they kind of remind me of that, and they were coated in chocolate, and we dipped them in coffee. They were so good. So many reminiscent feelings.
It's a very like Euro thing to do.
Right? What happened to like just going out and having like coffee and cake in the afternoon?
I mean, I think the posh way of doing that is high tea.
I guess fair. But like when I grew up, like my grandparents always had their friends over for like a slice of cake and a coffee for like an hour, and then they'd go back to work. We should do that more. We're doing that right now. Very curious about this linzer.
So this one is pumpkin too.
I don't really taste pumpkin, but I like the linzer cookie part.
The apple tarts was the thing I was most excited to try because apple pie is one of my favorite desserts of all time.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're right. It's not like overly sweet. The actual crumb is a lot more moist than I thought it would be. The filling's delicious. That's so good. And I was also curious to try this pumpkin pie.
I've tried to make a gluten-free pumpkin pie crust, and it just fell apart.
That's always the problem. My brother has celiac, so my family for years grew up having a lot of gluten-free options, but going desserts was always a challenge. We kind of just avoided it, or we would use things without gluten in it traditionally. But this is actually really good. And I don't really, it's not very heavy, which is nice. If I were to eat this, I don't think I'd feel guilty, like having a bar of dates, just like chilling.
A date with your dates? It gives me like coffee cake vibes.
Yeah, very much so. If I could dunk it, I would.
Why can't you?
I mean, you're living on the edge. You're not wrong. No, all this is really good. Even since you were saying like dunking into coffee, let's actually try dunking the donut.
Yes,
Ooh.
let's.
Ah. Oh. Oh,
Yeah?
that's good. It looks like they're gonna be like a denser donut, almost like a cake,
Yeah.
but it's not.
Bouncy, fluffy, whatever.
I'm not a chef. Like, this is bouncy.
It's bouncy.
It's bouncy. No, it's good.
So, this is the owner, Alex. What kind of makes you different from the other bakeries in the city?
Well, there's no shortage of like vegan and gluten-free options in Toronto. I feel like the city in general is very much ahead of the game with that. But I feel like what was missing with the vegan gluten-free stuff is the fact that we don't use like palm oil and things like that. We're using coconut or extra virgin olive oil. Pretty wholesome on the wholesome side. It's whole ingredients like almonds, almond flour, coconut flour, make our own jams as well.
Amazing.
So
I love that.
Yeah, so it's more like, I guess the style could be more like a homemade, organic, wholesome sort of route. And then we also introduced about, I think, October of last year, keto items. So for people who are following that diet, people who are diabetic, we have options available for them, sweet and savory. So
That's so amazing. Very inclusive.
Definitely trying to widen our like menu and make it accessible and available to people who have different dietary restrictions and needs and things like that. So it started as like a passion project. I lose myself in the kitchen. I just love to create. And then I saw a demand for it as well. So being able to share it with the city has just been a huge
Yeah,
part
that's
of that.
amazing. Congrats. It's a beautiful space. We've been tasting the food all this morning. It's so good. It's very tasty.
Got a nice little spread over there. So.
Yeah, it's a good variety of items.
Yeah.
Some sweet, some savory. I was really blown away with how not grainy your gluten-free items are.
Yeah.
That's always the fear for me is, you know,
think
that
it's the
kind of like
almond.
chalky graininess. So I was just going to ask, like, how do you make sure that that's not kind of a side effect of gluten-free baking?
I think it's cause typically with the gluten-free baking, you're using like a blend with like garbanzo and sweet white rice flour and things like that, which we don't use any garbanzo flour. We do use like a touch of sweet white rice depending on what it is, but it's mostly almond.
Okay.
And coconut and a bit of tapioca.
That's amazing. I had no idea. Learning and eating this morning. Well, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for coming.
Well, thanks guys so much for coming to Sweetheart Kitchen with me today. Let me know in the comment section below what your favorite bakery is in your city. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and I'll see you next time. Bye.